The last wine in our range is our Merlot Cabernet Franc blend. So a blend of two varieties, Merlot, which gives it the lovely softness to the wine and the plum characters, and then the Cabernet Franc, which gives it a very lifted nose, very lifted aroma, and gives it some complexity to the wine, and adds just a touch of spiciness as well. So the style of the wine is what we call a Bordeaux style blend. So the wine is made in a very traditional way that they make the very top wines in the Bordeaux region in France, and we use a process called the assemblage process, where we have many barrels of Merlot in the barrels in the winery, and many barrels of the Cabernet Franc wine, and we taste all of those barrels. It's a very tough job, but someone has got to do it, and from that we determine what are the very highest quality of all the barrels in the winery, and then we limit it just to those top quality barrels, and from those we then make different blends. It might be a different proportion of Merlot to Cabernet Franc, and the idea is that if we can get the very perfect blend, then the idea is that the sum is the whole is greater than the sum of the parts, and you get this wine which is sort of nears perfection. And that's the way that they've done the blends in Bordeaux for the top wines for many centuries, and that's the way we make this wine. So the fruit is grown in Hawke's Bay, but we blend it in this very traditional assemblage process. And I guess what makes a very top Bordeaux style blend is what we call is often referred to as an iron fist and a velvet glove. So by the iron fist we mean that it's got the power of the fruit flavours, so you really get some powerful fruit flavours. But then the velvet glove is the restraint, is that it's then got an elegance to the wine as well, and it's very smooth and velvety smooth, and rather than just powerful. So yeah, the great Bordeaux blends is this combination between power and elegance, and if it's just very powerful and upfront, then it'll be impressive on the first taste, but you'll tire the wine. Whereas if it's velvety smooth, the more, with each glass it just gets better and better. That's what we try to achieve with our Merlot Cabernet Franc blend. In terms of food match, it's a red meat wine. It's wonderful with lamb, particularly New Zealand lamb, with beef. And extraordinary with venison. So just wonderful with venison, and perfect match for venison. And I mean, perhaps it can extend through into duck, but not so easily to chicken, and quite difficult with seafood. But yeah, because it is a velvety smooth wine, when you've got a very fine dish that's from the best New Zealand lamb, it really is the best match.